Eddie, did we have fun out in the yard today? Did we have fun out there getting muddy and messy? Huh? Do you need a bath now? Are you worn out? Huh? Look at that tail. Are you worn out from going outside and being muddy and messy? What were you doing? What was you doing outside, Eddie? What were you doing outside?
I was getting the squirrels.
Was you getting the squirrels? Fix
Were
your
you
ear.
getting the squirrels?
Let's fix your ear.
Were you after the squirrels?
Did you get the squirrels? Did you get the squirrels outside?
Did you chase them up the trees?
Like you chased them into a mud hole. Yep. Him and his chipmunks and squirrels.
Oh, God. He was going after the squirrels. I mean, not the squirrels, but the chipmunks today. I went up to the garage. You were in the garage working on my car.
Yeah. Seems like that's all I get done.
And I came up for something. And there he was digging.
Yep. When you come up the backyard and all you see is a dog butt and tail sticking in the air. And
it was like right before I got to the entrance, he's right there digging. You can look in there. You can see the tunnel hole. So he was after the chipmunks today. And yes, his paws got a little dirty, but he's not as bad as he did yesterday. Oh, no, yesterday.
Because yesterday the day he came running in.
Oh, yes.
Jumped on the bed before I could get his paws wiped off.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I was so mad at him.
Yeah, he was mad at you because you were mad at him.
Yeah, I was trying to get him off the bed.
And he did not like it. No.
Yeah.
No.
We sort of butted heads, me and Eddie, yesterday. Over
and it's getting to the point now. We've decided that on days like today, where we have the back door open, because it was beautiful today, 75 degrees, blue skies, no threat of rain for today and tomorrow. So it's going to be a nice weekend.
Which is kind of rare around here. Usually what follows 2 days of rain is Monday. You know?
Yeah. And I said, we're just going to have to keep the bedroom door closed this time of year, because he just goes out. He's digging and he's running through he's just out there enjoying his doghood. His doghood, yes.
You can see he's worn out.
Yeah, he was really out there today. And you and I were busy all day today.
Yeah. Yeah, I was busy working on your car. And I came in for lunch, and I had every intention of, after lunch, what time did we lunch? 3:00?
We sat down for a break around 3:00 because we've been busy late morning till then. And we sat down, and that was it. We were both done.
Yeah, I had every intention of getting up off the couch after lunch and going back out in the garage and working out there. And no, I'll go downstairs and I'll set the show up. I'll get that going. And then
you were
I actually fell asleep in this chair.
I came down. I wanted you to come up and look at something, and you were out. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to go lay down too, because my back was aching. Thank you, Faye. Yeah, my crown, it's flowers, because it really felt like a beautiful spring day.
It was a beautiful spring day.
I mean, the leaves are all out. The grass is green. People were mowing, and it just,
luckily, I already mowed the lawn. I didn't have to do it this weekend.
But I've been very busy. Oh, geez. But I have this whole project in my head, the reorganizational project. And basically, the first 2 weeks of May, I was just literally just going to put stuff on eBay. Just put stuff on eBay, and then start getting ready for flea markets. I had this whole plan of how I was going to handle everything, until I made a huge mistake.
You made the mistake. You had already made the mistake.
I already made a mistake.
The mistake was a long time ago.
I didn't know I made the mistake until I sold the item on eBay. And then I realized, I think I sold that item during a whatnot auction.
Yep.
So it was time to just say, I hate to do this, but I got to stop and do an inventory. So that's what I've been doing this all week, has been working on inventory.
We had several times over the last couple of years where we'd sell something on eBay that had been on eBay for 2 years. Oh, thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you for the $2 super sticker.
We appreciate it. Much. Appreciate the support.
So we had many times where over the last couple of years where we'd sold something and spent like a day and a half, 2 days looking for it, and luckily I always found it.
Not this
It was
time.
always somewhere.
Not this time. I remembered that. And I messed up. So the time has come that I've had to stop. I've had to do an inventory. Sure enough, I got bins. I got things in bins. I don't have in the bins that I say. It's like a whole inventory, just totally organizing everything, getting everything back on track with that.
Yeah, you ever hear of a place being closed for inventory? Well, we're closed for inventory.
You can say we're closed for inventory.
We haven't listed anything on eBay lately.
No,
last
no.
week
And luckily, well, so what it was, the customer did buy 2 items. The one item I did not have, and I canceled her order. And then I said, I'm sorry, I cannot seem to find this item. I do have this item. If you still want this item, I will sell it to you at a lower price, because I was trying to make the customer happy, because you want to, when you're doing eBay, you want to make sure you're getting good feedback.
Well, it's not just feedback. It's, if you cancel an order for an unexplained reason, you and the buyer wants to give you a hit, they give you. I think we're still at like 100%
right
customer satisfaction.
Right. Yeah, I'm very cautious.
Which is important to me.
Which is important because you get rated. Like we're top rated.
Well, so. if you lose your top rating, then the way it works, I guess, is when people search for something that you have, you're lower down in the search, compared to like what everybody else has.
Yeah.
So, we try to keep ourselves as high in the search as we can keep ourselves, and that's how we perceive that works.
Yeah. So definitely, probably this upcoming week, I'm pretty much almost completely done with one part of my project, and then I can work on, putting stuff on eBay, and then work on getting stuff ready for the flea market, because that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we really got to get moving on that.
Got to
get the trailer loaded and
get all ready for that. So we're just busy, just doing what we got to do to keep the ship afloat. Y'all know what that's like. So.
And we're down to just one car in the pickup truck now.
Yeah, we're down to one car. We're helping a family member out right now, and she got the spare car, but
which is what you were driving, because your car got a tree on it.
Got a tree on it, which is why you're busy.
So that's why
in the garage
scrambling to get
my car ready because of that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I didn't want this family member. She's in a situation, she doesn't have the best of health, and she found a job that she can do with her health issues, and I didn't want her to lose that job. So, and you didn't want to lose that job.
I didn't want to lose that job either.
So
neither one of us wanted to lose that job.
No, because it works for her. I mean, you get to a certain point. I mean, I know she's filing for disability, but that's a process too. But she's found a job that she can do with her issues. So we didn't want her to lose that job. So we're loaning her that car until things get a little better, and then we'll take it from there. But sometimes you gotta do those things. You gotta help people out once in a while. And thanks, Mary Dale. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. And if you're a mom, happy Mother's Day to you too.
Even the mothers of the fur babies.
Right. Believe it or not, yeah. If you're using your mothering skills to take care of a living creature, whether human or not, happy Mother's Day to you.
Yeah. Brazil says, Conky, go with whatnot instead of eBay. It's kind of the point where I don't even want to go near eBay.
Yeah.
Well,
see, we're at that point where we got to get your building up.
Yeah.
That's another thing to why we're kind of taking a break from whatnot right now, is because we are so limited on space, and we have stuff here that I got to get to. I got to look for.
Well, the thing that
it's just a challenge.
The thing that eBay has over whatnot is I can put a part for a treadmill on eBay, and eventually get exactly what I want for it. $300 for something. Whatnot, it just isn't the forum for that. Yeah. That's not what that's for. That's whatnot is for selling, for lack of a better word, collectibles on impulse, because that's you know when you're doing something that a sale that lasts 15 to 20 seconds, that's all that is impulse buying. And some of the things, a lot of the more valuable things we have around here, isn't really a good idea to sell it in that fashion.
Yeah, basically we went through a lot of stuff that we have, but now we're at the point.
Yeah, don't forget to give the Irish a Mother's Day card.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break from whatnot for the summer to get.
Yeah, we have to get back on that in October.
In October,
when hopefully the building's at least up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not done, but it's up.
We can't even buy stuff to it's. Yeah, you got to have inventory to sell. We really have no place for inventory. We got inventory now that I got to go through, assess, and make a decision.
Well, again, a lot of the stuff that we have right now isn't exactly, sure, we could sell it for $3 on Whatnot, or we could stick it on eBay for $300.
Yeah.
And eventually get what we want.
So, but hang in there. Can't say exactly when, but maybe come June, maybe we can do some special things on this show.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned. Just give us the month of May. I know next Saturday, I'm taking my stepmother to a 50th anniversary party she really wants to go to. So I'm her +1. And then the following Saturday we'll be going to the flea market. So I'm sure we'll tell you tales about that. Sure we'll. And then the following weekend, you're going out of town for a seminar. Yeah,
it's a one-day thing.
But it's a bit of a drive.
But it's a bit of a drive. So I'm going to be driving all day and then during the seminar and driving all day. So, and I'm hoping to get back here in time to do the show at like 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So we might be starting the show late a couple times, this month, and just sort of bear with us. If you want to hang out with us, if not, we understand. Yeah. So just hang in there. I mean, the main goal of this summer is him getting that building up. So we're kind of trying to. We have to dig a foundation. Mm-hmm. We have to put these forms down in there, and then Dan wants to mix the concrete ourselves. Oh. So I told Dan, I said, I'm old and my knees are bad.
And Dan's even older than you.
Yeah, he's even older than me.
He's like 10 years older than
you.
Well,
it was a funny thing is when I told him that, he said, I was up on a roof yesterday doing a roof. Oh. Like, all right.
To meet Dan the man, I love Dan the man. And his wife, Sharon, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
too.
we got
to dinner with them
last Sunday.
But yeah.
In fact, they might be watching because Sharon handed me her phone and I subscribed to our channel, but I forget whether or not I hit the little bell thing. So I don't know whether they got a notification or not. But
yeah, they're wonderful people. So that was nice. That steak was good too. We got stirred.
It was a good steak.
Good steak. It wasn't Chinatown steak, but it was good steak. It was
a pretty damn good steak.
Good steak. Yeah. Still good steak. Different style. Still good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can have different styles of steak, and they can be equally as good in different ways.
That was so wonderful. I even saved a half of it, and I got home and I ate it.
No, I ate all mine there. And then I got a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, I had this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We got full. One of those, I don't think I'll have to eat ever again until tomorrow morning rolls around there.
Well, actually, we came home, and I think we watched the Hales for a while.
We watched the Hales for a little bit,
And I might have snacked on some cookies or something.
Mm-hmm. Checking out the house, see how things going with them, and
I don't always get to type in the chat when I'm watching them because usually we're watching them on the big TV now, and you can't really type in the chat.
Well, they have such a wonderful following. That chat it's all night, it's all so that's good for them. But see what else did we do? Oh my gosh, this week, I got it's hard to remember exactly what I did this week.
We forgot what we did. That's what we did.
Basically, I just remember, going through the bins, doing an inventory, just putting all that's all I really remember. I can't even think of anything else that really, other than going out to dinner with Dan the Man and Sharon. You guys ever have these moments?
Yeah. Well, we're seniors now. What did you say we were watching a commercial for some cell phone company, and they started saying about how special rates for 55 and over. And I'm sitting there thinking of how much I'm paying for my damn cell phone. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm 55 and older.
So
I could live in a senior community. I can get discounts on phones, I guess.
We can move into one of the nicer trailer parks with the older folks. Yeah. You need the young people there again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's getting there. He was working on it. Yeah. Kathy, he had me out there yesterday helping him with the brakes. Was that?
Yeah, well, she had the brakes on my truck, but
yeah.
She, I bought a part for the car, and I think I told you guys this. It was supposed to be because her car has this deal where you can walk up to her with a remote or with a button on the dashboard. You push a button, and it's got little motors or a little motor, and the tailgate raises up with a, instead of having to swing it open and manually shut it. All right. So the part I bought was supposed to be the same kind of part. It's supposed to be off the car with that same feature. And when I got it home, I realized that it wasn't that wasn't the case. That this was off a car with a manual tailgate. Oh, there he's eating a cracker. So I started thinking, okay, I've got to move all these parts from the smashed tailgate onto this new one. And it has been a pain. I've had to drill so many holes. I had to drill round holes and turn them into square holes. So I had to buy special files to file these round holes into square holes so I could put these, it's up in the garage, these little parts in them so I could put these screws on and hold all these additional parts that this thing has. So it's been a lot of fun. My fingers are all, there's a cut on that thumb. There's so that's where you got that cut on that finger. I did something to this finger too. I forget what, but it's like my whole hand is all cut up now. There he goes. You can. There. He's right in the middle of the camera. So it's been a lot of fun. I was up there, again working on it all day today.
I know you had me helping yesterday put Band-Aids on you.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, it's not that I don't get all freaked out about blood or anything, but when I'm doing a dirty job and I've got dirty hands.
A dirty job and I'm the chick to do it.
I don't like to get that into my cut, so she had to put a Band-Aid on so we had to finish working on it. Oh, Pamela's here.
Hi, Pamela. Oh, we have a whole bunch of wonderful 71 people in the house. Rosella's Rome says, I love going through the coin channels and whatnot when they're bombing. I make out like a bandit going to fill my collection.
Yeah. See, I don't think I've never bought anything on what you have.
Yeah, I bought things.
You bought a couple things off of
Avery's all in. I bought a couple things off them, and there was some other channel.
I think you've bid on some of KT Treasure stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But got outbid.
Yeah. That's all right.
So and I bought some stuff off of Roy this week. I bought,
yes.
Another one of these that's like really, really beat up that I can restore. Of course, I've got to get to that again.
How many of those white tow trucks do you have now?
I don't know. Somebody asked me that the other day. I think I probably have. Because it's like I said on AA, I buy these things. I've got two sitting right there, and they're actually different because if you look at them, one is a little bit newer than the other. They've got different headlights, different grills and headlights.
Oh, okay.
So this one is a little newer than this one, okay? I think this one is it's the reverse. This one is like around 67. I remember that because that's when I was, how old I am.
And if that's not bad enough, you got Rob from Second Sense. I'm going to sell a lot of that Tokyo in 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from today. I'm going to sell a lot of that. So next week's that sale.
Yeah, so I got to keep an eye on that.
And I told Rob to quit it because
well, you got to tell him right.
Eventually, I'm going to have to move out because there's going to be no room for me.
Conkys going to kick us out.
No, but what I do, out, not you. You can live with your.
But what I do is I'll buy these things, and then they'll take up so much room. I'll pack them up in boxes and stick them on shelves in the garage. Now I don't have any more tow trucks. Where are my tow trucks? I got to buy more tow trucks. I got to buy more Tonka trucks.
Now, who was yelling?
I need fire trucks.
Who was getting on my case about stuff in the garage? Who was getting on my case about I don't have enough space in my garage. Come get your stuff. Let's get this
Well,
stuff
I
up.
had to make room for the Tonkas. What do you think I'm building a building this year?
Oh, that one we're going to have to get really strict with, okay? We have to get strict with that.
Yeah,
we have
are
to
gonna
get
have
strict with that. We have to get strict.
No, I can't. I can't just fill a Tonka truck.
No. The basement's got enough Tonka in it to last you a lifetime.
I got to start restoring these things again.
I know you are.
There's.
I know. There's a lot.
I wish I could just get up in the morning and come down here and do my thing with the trucks until it's time for lunch or dinner or something like that, and then come upstairs and eat and then come back down.
I know. We're working on getting there.
Yeah.
We are working on getting there.
I guess I just I need more faith in myself. I don't know.
You need youth.
Yeah, that too.
That's part of it. We're not as spring chicky as we used to be. So yeah, we get a little worn out a little easier during the day. But
it happens. It's like today, like I said, I had an intention of going up there back up after lunch and finishing what I was doing. It's like, nope, fell asleep in my chair like an old dude.
No, and you have to pay attention to that. We are, like I said, we're not spring chicks anymore. So if your body says, for me, the back tells me when it's time to sit down.
For me, it's my legs. What did Sir Edward do today?
Oh, my favorite Shostakovich piece is the number 2 Watts.
I don't know what that is.
A Shostakovich. He's a Russian composer from the early 20th century.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My favorite Shostakovich piece is the number 2 Waltz.
Okay.
Okay. Because I see Rosella goes, better yet, a DVD of the Shostakovich opera, The Nose. I just want to mention why now. Just won't mention why now. The Nose. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell. Are you a big What the Hell's fan? Is this what this is a reference to? Only thing Edward goes, only one thing will get Sir Edward up now. Food. Oh.
Yeah, he's worn out.
He was out a lot today.
He was.
Yep. Ursula Rome goes, yep.
He was digging. He was barking.
Chasing
squirrels.
Oh,
Jumped on the bed with his muddy paws.
Not today.
No, that was
yesterday. So the weather is getting nicer. It looks like next week it's going to be in the 70s all next week.
Yeah, but
Rain, but in the 70s. So if you could sweetly get the cover off the kitchen windows, I'd appreciate that. Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm going to want to crank those a little bit, get some fresh air in. And I miss seeing my chipmunks.
Okay. Well, you'll probably miss seeing the chipmunks more when I move that pile of bricks over there.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know if the chipmunks are going to want to hang out there without the brick pile.
Oh, Ever goes, our lab dog.
Dug
our
so
lab
many holes.
Oh, my God.
I had to fill them with fast-setting concrete. I don't know if we're going to do that for him.
Ooh,
I think I'm just going to finish filling them back up with dirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got about, the biggest hole, of course, is the one up there by the fence between.
I think he's trying to dig under the fence to get to the neighbor's dogs.
Because
he's got that thing deep.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. And
so I'll probably have to put a couple rocks in there.
Yeah, we sit there and go, he's just showing off his digging skills.
Yeah,
to his
digging skills.
Digging skills to his girlfriends.
Said like Napoleon Dynamite with talking about chicks who dig dogs with skills.
Skills.
Yeah.
Digging skills. Barking skills. Chasing skills.
Eddie, are you okay down there?
Oh, I think he's just
I think he's just going to sleep the whole show.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
I mean, we could just full screen Eddie.
She's the one that got the rabbit. Oh my gosh. Ever goes, she got the rabbit last Easter. Wow.
Oh. When did he get? Oh, he didn't get a rabbit. I think he got something that was already dead and tried to. So he said, give me some of your tots. They had to add the crunch for the tots.
Yeah.
In that later because they said they were so gross to try to eat them soggy.
Also, Shostakovich's
Now, how did you get that from looking at the chat?
She goes, remember Shostakovich with the Tahiti Trot, a piece written in under 5 minutes to win a bet? You might recall the melody for Tea for Two.
Oh, okay.
Tea for two.
Okay.
A boy for you, a girl for you. La la la.
I don't know.
You married me.
I did.
You asked me to marry you, and I
how
said
long have we been married? Because our anniversary is when?
Tuesday.
Does anybody here know how long we've been married? Put your guesses in the chat if you know how long Maureen and I have been married. Tuesday, it will be how many years?
How many years, you poor
On
human
Tuesday.
being? You poor man.
Christine says 41.
Okay. You're in.
Dia says too long.
Too long. Okay.
Cumulus says 38. Now, what you could do, you could cheat and you could go back and
Joyce
see.
got it. Joyce got
Joyce
it.
got it.
Joyce got it. 36. Thank you. Yes.
I was going to say you
Yes.
could go back and see how many years ago it was because we did get married on a Saturday. It's actually, we got married on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It was actually a late morning wedding.
Yes, it was.
You could have gone back to see, because most people get married on Saturdays,
Oh, yes.
don't they? I mean,
Mhm.
isn't that like the number one?
Traditional?
Yeah.
Traditional. Most of the time it's Saturdays, but sometimes it's other times. It can be any time, really.
Well, it depends on whether or not there's a
I
shotgun
know.
involved, which there wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
I mean, it could be a Tuesday if you know.
I know my brother and his wife, they got married at 2:00 on a Monday afternoon.
Yeah, but there was a shotgun involved, wasn't there?
No, the
No, I'm
shotgun
just
had
kidding.
already shot off
Yeah.
and was walking around with the
Yeah,
other shotgun. No, this was
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
no, they got married on a Monday afternoon down at the
Because they didn't
courthouse.
want any of us to show up.
That was a guaranteed thing.
We had to work.
Had to work. I know my dad made it though.
Yeah.
But my dad was retired at the time, so yeah. That's all right. Thank you guys. Yeah. So I don't know what we're doing yet Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We were gonna go get tacos, weren't we?
Oh yeah, we were going. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Or we could go to, where did we go? Let's see if they can guess where we went, because it was a morning wedding, afternoon reception. Where did we go to dinner on our wedding night? Where did we go to eat?
Where do we
dinner?
have dinner on our wedding night?
So you guys can guess that.
Excuse me.
Where did we go? Dina says whatnot.
Okay, Dina's kind of on the right
She's
track.
close because
she's in the right pew, man. She's in the
this
right
place
pew.
is right next door.
In our neighborhood.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not next door anymore because they moved to McDonald's. But what was next door to the McDonald's at the time? Well, I guess it's still next door. Denny's, no.
No,
At
not
the Chinese
McDonald's.
restaurant. Well, no, because if we'd have known about it at the time, we probably would have.
Yeah, no, we didn't know about that.
Now we may go to the Chinese restaurant for anniversary, or we may go get tacos, or we could go to this other restaurant that we had our. Kathy Stewart says Taco Bell. No, there's actually a Taco Bell across the. Well,
This
yeah.
restaurant's between the
Yeah,
Taco Bell and the McDonald's.
So where did we go? If you want to keep guessing, circus weddings.
Okay. I'll have to check that one out.
Dublin Donuts. Oh, that would have been good. Could have had donuts for dinner. Applebee's and Wendy's. No.
Wendy's, I think, used to be on the circle many moons ago, wasn't it?
No,
Or did it
there was never
move?
Wendy's.
They're Wendy's.
No.
Okay.
Edward
We
says
are-
we eat at Edward's house for our anniversary.
Okay. This one doesn't. I'll give you a clue. This one is not known for serving hamburgers.
Yeah, you couldn't. I don't think you could ever get a burger there.
I think recently they tried it, but they're most known for. There was a big boy on the other side
Yeah,
of the circle,
there was
but
a
we
big
didn't
boy
go to
there
the big
too. We
boy.
didn't go
We didn't
there
go to the
either.
big boy. No.
Ponderosa?
Oh, God,
No. We did not want to sit on toilet seats while we ate. I joked around about Ponderosa. They should just put every seat should be a toilet seat. You just sit down and you might as well just sit down and eat crap at the same time. Dina got it.
Arby's, yes, Arby's. Da, 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 da.
Dina was the first one to get it, and then Rosilla got it, and then maybe Cornball got it. They probably all looked on the map to see what was on the circle. Or you said the thing about no burgers. Yeah,
No
because-
burgers. Yeah. Believe it or not, one of my first jobs back in the mid 80s was working at an Arby's. And it got to a point they were only giving me like 10 hours a week. I'm like, I gotta do something else. $10 a week back at that time at $3.35 an hour.
Yeah, so you came home with like $20.
Yeah, by the time they took the tax, $20. Well,
A week.
A week.
That didn't work.
Yeah, that was still pretty bad back even that days. Oh my gosh. But I worked at Arby's when you would love this. When they had the baked potatoes, remember the different style of baked potatoes they had? This is back in the mid 80s. Okay. You would come and I would fix your baked potato and I loaded that baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Double everything except sour cream.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There was cheese and bacon bits and chives falling off that thing. Oh man, that was good.
Joyce got married the same year we did.
Oh,
congratulations. You got married a week after we did.
Huh.
Congratulations.
She didn't invite us to her wedding?
She didn't invite us. Well, we didn't invite her.
Huh. Well, yeah, she's probably just getting back at us.
Back in those days, we had, as the old saying goes, we had 2 nickels to rub together.
Yeah, that was about all we had.
Now it's up to a quarter.
Yeah, now we got 2 quarters to rub together.
Keep it in line with inflation.
Yeah.
And
nah.
Wow, James could have been 48 years.
Now we've known each other for almost 41 years.
Yeah, we met in 84. Oh God. God, that was 40 something.
That was a long time ago.
Oh my gosh. When Wendy's had a salad buffet.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, the buff. I love and what was nice is when I worked at Arby's, you got the little card that lets you go eat at the other restaurants owned by Carol's company. And we would go down and go Racks and hit their bar.
Yeah, we would go to Racks, and there was what was the other one?
We got
half Arby's, Racks, and
I forget.
Was it Taco Bell?
No, not Taco Bell, but I definitely remember Racks.
Arby's, Racks, and Hardee's.
Hardee's. I worked at Hardee's. We had.
Yeah, well, wasn't Hardee's the other one we could go to?
No, I can't remember now. It was so long ago. And Jen goes, "Where did you meet?
In her front yard.
In my front yard." Yeah. August 26, 1984. We were celebrating my brother's birthday, and I got a phone call from your cousin.
Cousin Julie.
Your cousin Julie.
I got tired of dating loonies.
So what did she do? Meet my cousin Lee.
Well, what happened was she got tired of me calling her, complaining that all the girls I was dating were crazy.
Susan, the burger chef, became the Hardee's that I worked at back in 85 and 86. The burger chef. And Jeff.
That was which Hardee's did you work at?
That was the one off of Front Street. That was a burger chef before Hardee's took it over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Deanna goes, hubby and I eloped, didn't have $50 for wedding picks. Now I'm telling you, I wish I had.
Well, was it my dad had offered us $50 to go elope?
Yeah, he did.
We actually rented the reception hall off my dad.
Yeah.
And it's gone now. I mean, they sold it to it's a assisted living facility now. But
yeah, they tore down that whole. It was the Knights of Columbus, and they had a little swimming pool. We were members there back in the mid 70s.
Before it was the place we had.
Yeah. Congratulations to me, love hug. They've been married 44 years, and they were young like.
Yeah.
We were.
How old we were when we got married.
23 and you were 22 when we got married. Yeah. But yeah, so she brought Lee over to my house. And of course, my whole family was there because we were celebrating my brother's birthday. And you got to meet not only me, but you met the whole family. Yes, you did.
The extended family too.
Yep. Here's a piece of cake.
Yep. Got the cake and everything else.
Yep.
Got to meet everybody. Got to meet your dad.
And you called Lee later, and we set up for a date. And that was the.
So our first date, we went to a football game, didn't we? A high school football game.
Yes.
I forgot to take her out to eat afterwards. I was so nervous. We went to the game, then we took her back. I forgot.
Rosella's mom goes, my wife and I eloped in Las Vegas to get out of a huge circus wedding her aunt planned. Oh. I am grateful, though, that we did get married in a church and we did it properly.
Yeah. But
there were times, and let me tell you, there were times. I think all weddings you can say there were times, but
right.
oh my, yeah.
And we got married by a deacon, not a priest.
Yeah, you said we can get married in the Catholic Church as long as it's by deacon.
What was his name?
Oh my goodness.
Silva. Was it Silva?
No. Oh, I could see. I forgot.
I can see his face. I forget what his name was. Anyway, I
Oh.
met this deacon when we were in her friend's wedding. Actually, was I in the wedding too?
No.
No. Okay, you were.
Because it was an 85.
Yeah, I didn't really know her husband before that. But her friend got married at the same church, and I went to pick her up from like the
Reverend
rehearsal.
Seal.
Yeah,
Reverend Deacon Seal. There you go. I remembered that.
So I went to pick her up at the church, and I wasn't as good a driver then as I am now. And I was backing up in the driveway in front of the church, and I scraped along one car and then bumped into another. Well, the car I bumped into wasn't her, but the car I scraped was Reverend Seal's car.
His wife's car.
His wife's car. And I went and I said, I think it was a Buick or something. I said, whose car is that out there? And it was his. And I said, come here, I want to show you something. And I showed him. He treated me real fair. He went and got, because I said, I just want to pay for this, and I just want to give you whatever it costs to fix it. Because I was like 17 or something. Yeah, I was like 18 or 17.
Yeah, it was 85, Bridget.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, God, they celebrated their 40th this year.
So I said, I just want to give you the money. And he went and he got 3 estimates. And, we went over to his house and they fed us cookies.
And milk.
And I gave him the money. He says, I'm just going to ask you for the smallest estimate, and I'm going to take the car to this other place, and I'll pay the difference and get it fixed. Really nice guy. Anyway, he was he a deacon at the time? Or was that
I
something?
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I requested, I asked that he be the one that marry us for 2 reasons. One, I knew him because of that. I just liked him. And I said, because we had to go through some thing where
we had to go through counseling.
The counseling. I said, I don't want somebody who's never been married counseling me on how to be married. I'll take advice from somebody who is married, but not from somebody who isn't. Mm-hmm. So that was the condition I had for us to get married in the Catholic Church, and that was met. So we got married. That's where we got married. And somebody asked about the bread. Do we want to do the state of the bread? I did bring the bread down. It's right there.
Oh, you know where it's at. Okay.
Yep, I brought it down. I just have to remember to take it back up.
Alrighty.
You want to do the state of the bread?
State of the bread.
Guess how much bread we got left?
My wedding night, my husband went off with best man. I went to the bar with my sister and friends. Married 40 years. Okay.
All right.
No, we got up. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. We got married, and then we had an afternoon reception, and we were done by 3 or 4, and then we had the evening for ourselves. And believe it or not, his mother did. You took her to Arby's on your wedding night.
Yeah,
that's all we could.
That's all we could afford. So we got half loaf, almost a full loaf, quarter loaf.
Yeah, try getting into a fancy restaurant a Saturday night during prom season, right?
4 pieces missing, 3rd loaf left. More bread than last Saturday. What did we have last Saturday?
Last Saturday, you just cut into it. So there's like 2 slices gone from it.
Well, then it would have to be a full loaf then, or
near full loaf.
Okay, so 3rd loaf, half loaf left, 4 pieces missing. Our music was from the 40s. All our friends were horrified.
Well, shame on them. I love the 40s music. In fact, I do love the older music. I do love the older music. I did have big band going on today. So
we got 3/4 loaves, a quarter of a loaf, 3/4 loaf, 3/4 loaf. So that's a full loaf and a 3/4. 2 slices left, half, 8 missing. 1 grilled cheese sandwich for Eddie. All right, we got married in a seniors building. Full loaf, says Jane Lord. Let's see what we got. We have, that looks like about a half loaf.
I'd say it's a half loaf. I think I baked that Thursday, and you had some yesterday.
And it sort of over rose a little bit, but that's okay. It still fits.
It was doing one of those. Sometimes this bread's funky when it rises. It was like a little bit up, a little bit down, and I kind of let it stay out a little bit so to kind of get it to look. I mean, yeah, sometimes that bread defrosts. It does
funky things. It does funky. That reminds me, what are we having for dinner tonight?
You're gonna have pizza.
Pizza.
We're gonna have pizza.
I'm gonna order the pizza right now.
What pizza you get?
I think we're gonna get
Fiesta.
Should we get Fiesta or Giannino's?
Fiesta.
Fiesta? Okay. Keypad.
40s music reminds me of the old train station music.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, me boys.
I'm gonna order.
Is that a Chattanooga choo-choo?
You want half cheese,
Chat
half sausage,
29.
and all sausage?
What can you give me a dime? Shine.
What do you want on your pizza?
Cheese.
Just cheese?
Half sausage, half cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry.
What'd you do today to make yourself hungry?
Work.
Oh, you are calling a pizza.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
bet you that's never been done on life. It probably has. I'm serious. I'm calling to go get a pizza. Yeah, can I get a large pizza, half cheese and half sausage? Nope, that's it. Yep. Thank you.
35 to 40
You
minutes.
notice I call there so much they know my name. I didn't give my name or nothing. Is this for late? Yep.
Fiesta Pizza, one of the best pizzas in town.
Yep. And you got to get it at the one we get it at because the other ones aren't the same. You'd think that a pizza shop with the same name, different parts of town, would have the same pizza. And that's not the case. We've tried it from other Fiestas, and we have to get it from this one.
Yeah,
which is actually the closest one. Which
even
is fun.
even your friend, even Julie and her husband.
Oh, we should have got Pamela Lynn one too.
I would hate to see what it looked like by the time you got it, Pamela.
It'd be more like a pizza toss or pizza roll or something. It'd probably still be good.
Should I have to fill out the hazmat paperwork?
We have enough trouble shipping things that aren't pizza, and it gets there.
But it's good. In fact, I got kind of we started during lunch. Always a fun time for us. You know, I'm the Catholic, he's not, and trying to plan a meal. I just got the point. I said, just get me a cheese pizza from Fiesta. We'll have cheese pizza. He's like, I could deal with that. Oh, is that stuff so good? That was so good. It made Lent bearable on Friday nights.
Oh, sorry to hear. It's when I said that's the part I meant. I wasn't expecting me to go first. I was expecting me to go first. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Cancer sucks to begin with.
Yes, it does. Too many people we know and love have been dealing with it, and unfortunately, yeah. Yeah,
I was going through some old pictures the other day on my phone, just flipping through, and I saw a picture of my old buddy,
John.
Yeah. He's been gone for
about 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years now. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cancer too.
Yeah.
One of these days, there's going to be a cure for that.
The rumor has it there is already one, but the cancer business makes so much that they're not going to. Yeah. Well,
they're not going to give it up.
Yeah, they're not going to give it up. Well, tomorrow I am going to go down and I visited my stepmom last Sunday and because it was her birthday, and we did birthday and we did Mother's Day last Sunday. Now tomorrow I'm going to go down and see my mother. I'm going to take her to Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah. I'm going to take her.
I might go with you if you're going to Dairy Queen.
Oh,
maybe
your buddy Pixie would love to see you.
Get attacked by a dog just before I go get my ice cream.
And then there are sometimes every 6 years, our anniversary and Mother's Day is on the same day. So I celebrate the two most wonderful roles of my life on the same day. How wild is that? And
sometimes on that day, the Chinese restaurant's open and we go down and you get a buffet.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
I don't know if they're even open tomorrow.
We could call and find out.
Yeah, but that's usually like from 11 to 3, and I told my mom to be around 2.
I'm thinking. I mean, we might be able to. You might be able to call her in the morning.
We leave here at 10 when I get home from church. We get down there at 11 when it cracks open, and then we can eat and then come all the way back up and get ice cream.
To do that.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, Rosilla wrote a tribute to her on my channel. Oh, yeah. I know there's going to be one day I'm not looking forward to it. So we'll just move on, enjoy every moment we have with each other.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sometimes worry about what happens if I go first. I want to make sure you're taken care of.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll have my cousin show me the road. I'll bug my daughter. That's what we have kids for, right?
I'll just try to stay healthy as long as I can.
Yeah, me too.
Every day is a blessing. Every day you get
Yes.
up and you're on this side of the dirt and you live the day and you can go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
You know
yes,
what I mean?
It is. I mean,
it's one more day that you get to spend with your loved ones here on Earth.
I mean, we're at that point in our lives now where we've lived longer than some very famous people.
Yeah, I think we've lived longer than how old was Elvis when he died?
42.
42.
John Lennon was 40.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison was 38.
He died way too young. That was just stupid.
Yeah. And I sadly, I don't know, ironically can say I've lived longer than my grandmother now, who did lose her battle to cancer back in 83.
Yeah, that was right before I met you.
You didn't get a chance. Yeah, she battled that cancer for 14 years. And this was back in the day when they told you had cancer, man. It was like, that's it. You're done. Yeah. But she battled it for 14 years till, between chemo and everything. And yeah.
John Belushi, yeah, he died.
John Belushi.
He was in his 30s, wasn't he?
Don is really longer than John Belushi.
How old was he when he died?
I think he was 32 when he passed. Yeah, it starts to get that real now. I don't know. It's just take one day at a time and be grateful. And I think that's one of the reasons why you and I are in the positions that we're, because we do get opportunities to have lunch during the day with each other.
Yeah.
We get there's some days you don't leave the house, you work here at home, or you're home. So we hang
Those
out.
are my favorite days when I get to do something here.
Yeah. So we do get to take even when we were both working outside the house, his job always allowed him the opportunity to, if he's in the area where I was working, we would meet up for lunch. That always made the afternoon go a lot better.
Yeah. I mean,
I had lunch in the
I always knew, well, she always worked at the same place. And I always knew that if I was working in the neighborhood, I could,
Eddie does Tonka trucks.
Yeah.
I'm calling.
You probably got to call
if Rob's still
Rob or somebody. Yeah.
If Rob or Roy's still doing
Somebody's
it, I'll
doing
get Eddie to do an auction. Yeah. And if not, Donna gets the Empire.
Yeah.
Just like Fred Sanford.
Hit the Empire.
Hit the Empire.
Well, I mean,
at least this Empire, there's a little bit of wealth in this Empire compared to his.
Yeah.
His was all garbage. What was his kid's name?
Lamont.
Yeah. Lamont. Elizabeth, I'll come to Johnny. Honey.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Lamont, you get the Empire.
Yeah. We have all those on DVD somewhere.
Yes, we do, but we don't have a DVD player that works. We'd watch them.
Well, we have. Every time I thought I'd be cute, and I hooked an actual computer up to the big TV upstairs, and so it acts just like a monitor, and we can go on like Amazon Prime and watch our shows on Amazon Prime. And I bought a little DVD player and I plugged it into the thing, and I thought we'd watch DVDs on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this computer has a problem, and it's always had it, where it'll just shut off whenever it damn well feels like it. And it shuts off more if you're trying to drive a DVD player. Sometimes if it's been on all day and you click the mouse, it just shuts off. So I don't know, either I have to fix it or I have to get another computer or whatever. Once I get the computer working, we can plug a DVD player into it and play it. I just got tired of going to Walmart and buying a $30 DVD player and have it last a month, and then
oh no, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, watching Mr. Bill on DVD.
Oh, Rosella's wrong. I met Sam Kinison when he was washing her car. Then a bird dropped on his freshly washed car and screamed at the bird, "Oh no! On my car! Oh!"
We got to see Sam Kinison live. When he was in town, and
this had to been the early 90s.
It was before we met Dave and Kevin, because they were there too, and we didn't know.
It had to been 1990 then.
Yeah,
1990.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you were having a bad day, and I had a long day, and we happened to get tickets, and I was working at a car lot at the time, and I thought we'd have a date night, so I borrowed a car, and we went Well, I borrowed a new Camaro,
Mhm.
and we went to see Sam Kinison.
And he was late because he had to go through the Wendy's to get something.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Sam Kinison coming up to your drive-through?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And what was funny is when they introduced him, because the warm-up comedian came out and he did his thing, and then we were waiting for Sam to come out, and he was late. And the MC or whoever it was came up and said, you're lucky he's even here, Sam Kinison. And Sam walks up and he grabs the microphone and he says, what kind of effing introduction is that? You remember that? But yeah, it was a fun night.
Oh, and they called that person, that girlfriend.
Yeah, the
on
girlfriend.
The phone,
Yeah, that's
ex-girlfriend.
I don't know if that was ever real or not, but it was all. The place just blew up when they did that.
Only famous folks I remember were some bands we had when I was in college. I was like a one-day roadie. Oh, that's cool.
That's funny.
Coolest thing for me is when I graduated from high school, we did it at Blossom Music Center. So I'm sitting there crossing the stage to get my diploma, thinking of all the acts that have been on this stage.
I guess there have been a lot of acts on that stage.
Yeah.
I've only been there once.
Mm-hmm.
We went to see
Tom
Jones.
and
it was me and Kevin, the medalist, and her and Kevin's wife, Chris. And I mean, I could take or leave Tom Jones. Kevin could take her. So we were basically standing. It was me, Noreen, Chris, and Kevin. So these two are bebopping around, dancing to the music, and it was just me and Kevin standing there on the outside, just making sure that nobody, nobody bothered the wives because they just wanted to stand between us and dance. It was funny.
Oh, and the opening act, I can't remember her name. She was a legend.
I don't know.
She was. Oh my God, my brain is fried, guys. I can't remember things so quickly as I used to.
I'm lucky. I remembered it was Tom Jones that we went to see.
Tom Jones, yeah. This had to have been back in the early '90s or mid '90s as well.
Well, no, I mean, because when did Kevin and Chris get together?
It had to have been the mid to late '90s.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's been a while. And I'm sitting there thinking,
had to have been late '90s because I'm trying to think of when Kevin and Chris met.
Oh, I can't remember her name. I could see her face. The singer that was famous for the At Last. I can't think of her name. She was the opening act.
Was her last name Jones?
No, it's not. No, I can't think of her name. She has since passed on. Oh, I am horrible. I can't.
Maybe somebody will take mercy on us and put it in the chat.
Did I bring my phone down here?
Well, here's mine.
Oh, that just creeps me out.
There.
Okay.
Type in whatever you want to type in and see who it was that we went to see.
And I'm going to hate myself. I'll see the name and go, oh.
Etta James?
Etta James. There you go.
I said Jones.
Etta
I was going to say Greta Jones.
Yeah. And she still sounded good, Considering by that time, I think she's probably in her 60s or 70s.
Facebook things popping up on my phone. What the?
Did you go into your Facebook recently?
I don't know.
You probably got to turn the notifications off. Gilbert Godfrey, God bless him. He was a hoot. He got himself into trouble for making some comment after that horrible earthquake / tsunami that hit Japan. He made a comment that was, just too soon yet.
He's a comedian.
And he lost his job doing the at Flat Duck because of that.
Yeah.
Sadly, he's passed too. He had some kind of form of MS or something. I forget.
My favorite thing I've ever seen him do was he was in Beverly Hills Cop 2, I think.
I think it was 2. Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy and the two, I forget the name of the.
Oh, I know.
The two Beverly Hills cops walk in, and they're trying to get on his computer for something, but he says, "All these unpaid."
I think
I got all these unpaid parking tickets. Do you own a white Mercedes 5 That's my wife's car. He just picks up the phone, bitch, slams it back down.
And that was ad-lib. That was not in that script. He just did it. Oh God.
Oh man, between Murphy cracking up everybody on the set and him doing that, I don't see how those guys got through that with a straight face.
Oh my God, do they not make comedy movies anymore?
No, they don't. Everybody's got to be. Maybe the whole political correct movement, I think, is dead finally.
Well, all the
So we
movies
might be able to get comedies again.
I don't know. Every movie I see, it's always dark and depressing, and super violent, super graphic. Horror movies. They're all horror movies. Do we not have comedians? Well, that's it. The comedian, yeah. But man, we had the best stuff back in the 80s and the 90s and the funny movies. Oh yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait, he was a trip. I mean, they just don't make even Adam Sandler. I think Will Ferrell's the last one that's ever made any comedy movies. And that, nobody makes comedies anymore.
Because everybody gets offended. Everybody's professionally offended.
Oh my God. One of the treats we'll do sometime is we will watch they're on
the roasts.
Amazon
Prime.
The Fryer roasts. Oh my gosh, they're so funny. And back then people could take a joke and move on. I mean, you get it and you move on. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I went to the movies.
I think the last time we went to see the movies, did you go with us to see
The Beekeeper?
The Beekeeper, yeah.
Those are fun movies.
And then almost immediately it wound up on Amazon.
Ruth Buzzy.
What?
Bless her heart, she had Alzheimer's. She was on the Laugh-In. We used to watch.
Oh yeah, the Laugh-In too.
Right, she had the person. She would always.
Wonder why you were hitting me with your wig.
Well, it's supposed to pretend it's a 70s, 60s.
I'd rather not be a purse because you're gonna hit me with a wig. Okay.
And stop calling me Shirley.
Yeah.
Laugh-In. I remember Laugh-In. Laugh-In was on back in the late 60s. I remember Laugh-In on Monday nights.
Yeah,
yes.
I remember seeing it on TV.
Right, yeah.
Floor model.
Oh, yeah.
The old
remember back, they had comedies on TV and they had those stupid shows like the Sonny and Cher show and all that silly stuff. Now everything is all, I don't know.
Well, they don't have TV anymore.
That is true.
They don't really have
TV.
It's gone away.
God.
But stupid.
Very interesting.
But stupid. Stupid. That was the guy from Hogan's Heroes that said that. I can't think of his name.
I see.
I can see his face too, but there's no
way. Johnson. Artie Johnson.
Okay.
There we
Johnson.
go.
All right.
It takes a minute now, guys. It takes.
So we've been on an hour.
Have we really?
Yeah, I've got to go.
Oh wow, we're just sitting here talking about old.
Yeah, I've got to go get the pizza.
Even British comedy is we love.
Old British comedy is good. I mean,
we love Are You Being Served? That show is hilarious.
Pretty much anything Rowan Atkinson's in.
We have those DVDs up there too. The Black Adder.
Black Adder.
We've got
well, we don't have any Mr. Beans. We need to get the Mr. Beans.
We got to get a DVD player if we're going to start doing that again.
Yeah. Well, we'll take care of that.
We got Keeping Up Appearances. I love that one too.
The Bucket Woman.
The Bucket Woman. It's the Bucket Woman.
So we're gonna have to.
Because of political correctness, Jane. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go get the pizza here pretty soon.
Yep.
And it's 9:00. Almost 9:00. We're on almost an hour.
Gotta go get. Yeah.
So we're going to say goodnight to everybody. We will see you.
Hopefully next. We'll try for next. Want to do next Saturday at 9?
Yeah, we might do a little later next. We might do 9:00 next Saturday, depending on what time she gets home.
Yeah, I'll know more next Saturday.
But the show will be set up for 9. You'll see.
Yeah.
It won't be set up for 8. We'll just be sitting there. It'll be set up for 9, and we'll set it up for the correct time. So we're going to go.
Hogan's Heroes on DVD too.
We
haven't watched that in years.
Hogan's Heroes was good until they started doing like the laugh track. I think they started that like season 3.
Well, that was kind of the thing back then.
Yeah, and then it went downhill after that.
All right, you guys, you take care of yourselves. Be beautiful. Give your moms a hug tomorrow if you got a mom to hug. And we will see you back here next Saturday night. You guys take care. God bless.
Stretch, Eddie.
Oh.